Hey everybody, welcome back. Julie and I, we have a special presentation today regarding what country?
Egypt.
Yeah, so we're looking at Mara House, which is in Luxor. We got to know this lady. She's a viewer of ours that has a nice little hotel resort in Luxor, and she's actually going to give a special to slow travelers of 375 visit dollars.
Yes, 375 euros for a
Euros
single and 400 euros for a couple.
for a month.
That's a
That's
month.
a month-long stay. And we are fortunate enough to have a guest that's staying there that is a kind of a slow traveler. She's 65 and she's been traveling for 10 years. And so we figure she knows the ins and outs of what life is like to be a traveler as a single female, because I know some of you guys are watching this saying Egypt. Oh my gosh, that's could be dangerous. Well, let's find out. So we've got Rosa with us. So Rosa, hello.
Hi, nice to
Rosa,
meet you.
nice
Yes,
nice to meet you. Rosa, you are traveling, and let's get a little background on you before we jump into Mara House and everything going on there. What got you into traveling, and how did you end up at Mara House, and what are you doing in life?
started 10 years ago. I just felt I'm from the Netherlands and I felt okay, my kids were grown up and they were not living in the Netherlands anymore. I thought, what am I doing here when there's a big wide world out there to discover? So that's when I started. I always loved traveling, by the way. So that's why I started. I didn't have a real plan. So I started in India, spent there 1.5 years, and then I found a place in Czech Republic. And then a friend needed me in South Africa to take care of her house and their animals. And I spent a year there. And from one came another. And then at some point, I felt like, okay, I would love to spend some time in Greece, and I found a nice place there. Last winter it was a kind of mm, was nice, but this winter I felt like okay, I would love to go on the road again after spending a whole year in one place. And then came this thought, Egypt, that would be nice. I visited during the year of the revolution, actually, when everybody said don't go there. I thought, okay, that's great. I go there because nobody's there. And it was completely safe because Egypt is a huge country and there was some unrest and police control, etc., but it was fine. And this year I felt like, oh, I would love to go there because I was so impressed. It's such an amazing country. And I just remember these temples, the scale when you walk between these pillars and these statues, just amazing. So anyway, I didn't know where to start because back then I joined a group. I didn't want to join a group again, but I felt hesitant to go all by myself. So I just blurted some questions out on a Facebook group, and that's where Mara stepped in. And she just mentioned that she is owning this house here in Luxor, and we got along very well. I joined her group in Cairo, which was amazing. She was hosting a tour, and I could join. We were in the pyramids, we were standing next to the Sphinx. So we had an incredible 5 days. And then I came here in Luxor to stay for a whole month for what you said, just a few euros. And it's a beautiful place, a lot of historical sites around here. So, yeah, that's how it can happen just like that.
Well, and Mara House is was founded by Mara.
Yeah.
And how old is Mara?
Marie. She is 68.
Yes, and she's Irish, and she's like 4'11", which is like really, I don't know how to translate that into meters, but she's not very high, guys. And so she's a tough little Irish woman running around, little Irish woman running around Egypt. And so I guess,
Exactly.
if she is running around there and Rosa's down there, I guess, there's maybe it's a lot safer than a lot of people think, because she seems to be pretty happy in her
She
life.
does. And from my
Yeah,
understanding with her program, she kind of her helper in the house tends to kind of hold your hand and make sure you feel comfortable going places, and that he also helps to feed you. So I saw in your Facebook
yeah.
post that you had some fantastic looking food for like
That was that is really great because I love Egyptian food. Um, but to go out by myself eating in the restaurants is possible in maybe in the more luxurious places, but just like the common restaurants, it is a man's world. I have to say that is true. But I never feel unsafe. But concerning the food, I am so happy. His wife mainly cooks wonderfully for €2 every day, wonderful dinner, and it's just delicious.
You say
So
two
that's
euro?
very good.
€2.
€2.
€2 a meal. So,
Incredible.
okay.
And I'm going to put some
Yes,
photographs up of this food because wow,
yes,
€2.
Is that
it's
breakfast also?
delicious.
Is that two
I,
euros per meal?
€2 per meal. I don't have to leave the house. I just sit here comfortable in my beautiful apartment enjoying my home cooked meal. So that was a great surprise. I didn't know about this. And the housekeeper, so there's a family living in the same house with their 3 kids. They're always here. So it's really safe. And he doesn't hold my hand, but it's good to know that he's around. Me, the first day, to the fruit stall keeper, to the baker, and he said, oh, okay, this is Rosa. She is my friend. And he looks like a bodybuilder, and they respect him. Nobody wants to mess up with Amr. So they treat me with respect. They don't mess around with prices, and they became really friendly. So the baker, when I walk up the street, he's just around the corner. He always waves, saying hello, good morning. And the fruit stall also. The fruit is delicious, and also it's I just bought some strawberries, big juicy strawberries grown here in Egypt. So yeah, that's really great. We walked through the bazaar, the souk it's called here. Also, that needs some practice to walk there by yourself, but it's doable. It's not unsafe. They just try to sell the things, and yeah, when you practice a little bit, then it's okay. It's fun also. It's just part of the culture. And there's a nice cafe. You can sit, drink your Arabic coffee, strong, nice Arabic coffee.
That
So
sounds
yeah, it's good to have him around. Yeah.
So is in your room, because you say you can stay there in your room, you're basically in a very nice home there, right? There's many rooms, so you have your room. What's in your room, and what is the facility like that you're staying in there for 375 a month?
Yes.
Because people might think, okay, this is like some sort of closet that you're in, and I know that the signal's
Oh
not great
no,
right now, so you can't really walk around with the phone at the moment. But if we'll show some pictures. What is the house like?
it is decorated in the style of the Ottoman style, the beautiful dark carved wood with this lush fabrics, deep red, burgundy, gold. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. When I first noticed Mara's post when she answered my questions, when I just blurted out these first ideas that I would love to visit Egypt, I looked up her place and I saw the pictures, and I closed it and I answered Mara, oh, it's beautiful your place, but this is way out of my budget. I was thinking, it looks so luxurious. This is way out of my budget. And then Mara said, no, 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 no. I'm starting to offer this place for a monthly budget, 350 euros. And you would be the first one. We can organize the kitchenette because it is a beautiful big apartment, and they installed a kitchenette. So I have a cooker. I can cook if I want, but I don't have to. I make my own Arabic coffee on the stove now. That's all. Um, I make my tea. I make a salad once in a while, so it's nice to have it. And it's really big. I can dance. I love dancing. It's big enough to dance.
Have
There's
a
a
private
little
bathroom?
balcony. Say,
You also have a private bathroom, right? So
I
everything
have a
full apart.
bathroom. I have a beautiful bedroom. And then there's also upstairs, which I love to go and work also, a rooftop terrace. And that's really wonderful. Just in the afternoon, the sun comes there a little bit. It's December now, so the temperature is perfect, like 23 degrees. And I can even see a little bit of the sunset. So, yeah, it's not a closet. No.
Good time of the year to be there is December, huh? But the weather's got to be
Say again?
magnificent. The weather's got to be magnificent for December. This time of the year has got to be a good time to be there.
Yeah. The weather is perfect. It cools down until about 9 degrees now, which is nice also. I don't know about January. I think it's still very, very pleasant, and there's just sunshine every day. This is a sun-proof 100% country.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
9 degrees for Americans watching, it's not 9 degrees Fahrenheit she's speaking about. That's 9 Celsius. So that's
Celsius.
going to be more like in the 40s, going down in the 40s at night. Um, so safety wise, you are in Egypt and you've gone out to the pyramids, you've gone out to the different tourist locations and have gotten around. So you're not just hunkered down in the house. And when you're out going places, how do you get there? And I'm assuming you're with groups. And what is your experience?
So what I do, I walk a lot. My house is in the middle of an Egyptian neighborhood. And that also means there is dirt and dust. This is just daily reality here in Egypt. Um, People are friendly. They know that I live here. Uh, Children say hi, hi. The women greet me. I don't say hi to men. I ignore them. And that is also because I want to have them respect me. I don't. I maybe it's. I could imagine that there are stories going around all these Western women. I don't know exactly what stories they're going around, and I want to be very sure in my behavior and my dress also that I want to be respected. So sometimes there are some young guys, they say, hi, hi, what's your name? Like really intrusive. I ignore them. I don't respond. I only say hello and I answer when women respectfully greet me, because not all women do that. And when children respectfully greet me. Otherwise, I ignore. So this is one part. You have to be, you have to, how you say, I always say, I adjust my invisible crown. You have to be kind of confident to walk. That makes it much more easier. And that can need some practice, which is great. I'm getting better in it. I'm really getting better in it. And then people know, okay, I'm not going to fool around with this lady.
So now
So,
you you kind of know your way around the world, so you know how to carry yourself in different places. So, hats off to you. You've been to a lot of locations. With your travels, just so everybody knows, you're an artist and you do paintings, you make jewelry. Is this the primary source where you get your extra monies for traveling? You have your way of selling your art and your jewelry and things like that?
Yeah, that's correct. It's a kind of mixture. So I live very low budget. That's why I'm very happy about this place also. Um, and I have some small savings. So I'm not really stressed when things are not selling. Um, but my main source of income at the moment is my jewelry, sales of jewelry. That's correct. Yes.
And they could just go to
Paintings
your
once in a while.
and they could just go to your Facebook page. Anybody watching that would like to see your jewelry, your painting, they can go to your Facebook page and find you. And
Exactly.
okay, so that
We'll
we'll
make sure
give
that's
so we're
there.
giving this information here. Um, okay, so we know that you are paying, well, it's 375 is I think the going rate, but I think you got it at 350.
Yeah.
And you have your €2 per meal at the house. So if you ate 3 meals a day there, that would be like 180 a month if somebody wanted to do 3 meals a day. And as I understand, the electric is paid separately because obviously if you got 375 for your month, if there's €100 in electric, that's going to be a big chunk out of it. So what I understand, there's a meter that you'll have to be
Yeah.
at the end. So it's much less than what most people would see in the States, correct? Or in Europe, it's going to be a reasonable monthly amount.
Yeah. Electricity is not expensive in Egypt. Yeah, sorry. Electricity is not expensive in Egypt. The reason why Mara let me pay it extra, or any guest in the future, is to make people aware of the usage of electricity so that they don't leave on the lights when they leave the house. This is how human works. When they have to pay it for themselves, they pay more attention. So don't leave on the fan or the air conditioning when you leave the house. And just people are more aware of it when you have to pay it by yourself. So that's the reason. So
So would
don't
you say
expect
it would
the
be
electricity to be very high.
would you say it would be fair then to say that somebody, if they went there with 375, they did most of their meals there. So let's say now they're at 550 for the month, and then electric at 600. Do you think somebody would basically be able to get by there at Mara House on 600 a month by the time they've paid rent and everything?
But much less than that. I don't eat 3 meals a day. And it very much depends. Bread, fruits, vegetables are immensely cheap here. It's just incredible. Um, so no, much less than 600. It obviously depends also on where you're going. If you're joining groups, you're going to a lot of tourist attractions.
Mhm.
These are not cheap compared to other countries. They are, but they add. But that is your own choice, of course. And because I live the way as I do, I mainly see it as a home base. I live here. I really feel I'm not a tourist. I go to beautiful places if I want, but I live here. I have my work here. Sometimes a day I don't get out of the house because I just enjoy it so much. I work, it's quiet. I go on the rooftop terrace and I just enjoy the atmosphere of the surroundings, the sounds, the smells, because it's a different country. And this is why I like it also, that this house is situated in a genuine Egyptian neighborhood. It is not a resort. You're not. Um, what I like is traveling and be in contact with what is um, characteristics of the country where I'm in. So maybe some people don't like this because the street is dirty, but this is a part of the country where I'm in, and I want to notice. I want to see the people living here, how the children play, how they giggle when I walk past them. The other day there was a lady sitting, and she was going to bake bread, obviously, and she just put her dough outside in the sunshine on the street, on a big board of wood to have it risen in the sunshine. These are parts of the daily life here in Egypt, and I like that. So yeah, it depends very much what you do on a daily basis. This is a place where I live, and sometimes I just go down to the Nile and have a walk. There's a beautiful boulevard parallel to the Nile, and just have a walk and see what's going on, or sit on a bench and observe the people and
I saw in
see.
your Facebook post all of these things you said are free, a free walk along the
I
Nile,
absolutely,
free this. And I love that. I think that is just so wonderful. And that's something I definitely will put up here also for
yeah,
everyone to see, because it is like that when you travel the way we all do. It is a
yeah,
matter of, we are not tourists necessarily. We're not going there so that we can go spend
exactly,
20, 30 euros to go see every pyramid, every single thing,
yeah,
you know.
exactly,
And you can live a
exactly.
beautiful life. And I think it's fair to say you're pretty happy with your choice to go to this beautiful home. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's very funny because the first week has to do with also the amount of impressions I had in Cairo. That was so amazing. The new museum. We went to the GEM, the Great Egyptian Museum. It is just recently opened. It's incredible. You just can't believe what's all there. You have a view on the pyramids. We went in the pyramids, as I said. Anyway, so I was still digesting that while I was here. And here is just, so I walk to the Nile. It's maybe 20 minutes or so. You have to go under the railway. The railway station is very near here, so you can jump on the train to go to Aswan also. A beautiful temple, but I visited not that long ago, some years ago. So you have that whole atmosphere. You have to cross the street. Well, that is an experience. So I always watch the people. I join them, and I just walk the same time to cross the street. So this is fun. Sometimes I get nervous also. I feel like, oh, today I cannot handle that. And I say, come on, girl, you can do it. So go there and just wait until somebody else crosses the street. It's, in a way, it's fun also. And then on the way to the Nile, there's the Luxor temple, and you just can see it from outside. You just walk around, so you don't have to go in necessarily. And I feel I'm gonna be back also. I don't want to push everything together in a high pressure pot. How you say that? I want to spread it out for next year also. I feel like I'm gonna be here, and hopefully Mara will be here also. She just we had a long talk, and she said she wants to spend more time in Luxor. So I hope that's gonna happen. And then she's such an interesting woman. She has an incredible amount of knowledge and such a huge love for the country. So it's very pleasant and interesting to talk with her. So yeah, I hope I will be back next year, and then we're gonna go to some temples, because her knowledge also deepens the visit, of course, also.
Oh, how
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yes. So we had the privilege of talking with Marie of Mara House. And the way we actually got introduced to her was she reached out to us as a viewer of our channel, but also because she knows that I do
Yeah.
international medical insurance for people as they travel abroad or live abroad. And so she contacted me so she could refer people over to me to help her guests when they come in there. So if you're watching this and you are going there or anywhere else in the world, please make sure you go to our website, warrenjulietravel.com. You can run your own quotes or email me at warrenjulietravel@gmail.com. And I'll be glad to run quotes for you if you're going to Egypt or you're going to anywhere else in the world or whatever nationality you are as well. So I'm glad to assist there. But she is really kind of a special lady, and she's in Ireland at the moment, I believe.
Yep.
And so she's not on the camera with us today. But she also is a little camera shy. So I don't know. Hopefully we can maybe get her on at some point to talk with us. But having Rosa there is really kind of a great opportunity for us to find out from somebody actually staying there. So instead of just hearing from the person that's running it, you get to find out from somebody that's staying there what it's like.
Absolutely.
So, Rosa, everything you
Okay.
told us today has been very enlightening, and we hope at some point we'll get down to Mara House if we can work it into our schedule at some point. But if you're interested in going to Mara House, we've got the information here. You can also go to our website and look under travel resources. We'll have a link to Mara House. There's also the website here. Don't forget, if you're interested in anything Rosa is doing as far as her jewelry, her paintings, or anything, go to her Facebook page. Don't forget to go to our Facebook group too, Expat Slow Travel Nomad Network by Warren and Julie, and join that. We just went over 5,000 members in our Facebook group, so that's a milestone we just passed. So now we'll go on to 10,000.
Oh,
So
cool. Congratulations.
Thank
That is
you.
nice. Yeah.
so we hope that you're going to subscribe, give this video a like, and until next time, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thanks, Rosa.